very good evening and welcome to Wednesday's programme. First tonight, a son says he's put his mother's funeral on hold because he can't afford extra costs being imposed at a council-run cemetery. Stephen L says he's been asked to pay an additional £900 because his mother didn't live in the borough of Gedling.
Well, the council says it charges extra for non-residents to make sure there's space for the people who've contributed to the service. It's being described as standard practice for many local authorities. Mike O'Sullivan reports.
Stephen Else at Carlton Cemetery in the borough of Gedling. His dad, Douglas Else, a well-known Derby County fan, is buried here. Now Stephen Else wants his mum Barbara, who passed away last Friday at the age of 83, buried with his dad. But as the family lives in Nottingham, Stephen Else has to pay more than £900 extra to reopen the grave and bury his mum.
Please drop the fee. It's not fair. Nobody should be able to face this sort of thing when you're at a vulnerable time, when you've lost a loved one. Please stop it, because it's, in my view, it's scandalous and legalised theft. It's wrong.
Gedling Borough Council had no one for interview. It says it charges considerably higher fees for non-residents at its cemeteries. That's to ensure that limited spaces are made available, firstly to residents who have contributed towards the service. It's standard practice, it says, for a number of local authorities. Gedling's charges to reopen a grave show how non-residents pay more, a fee of £1,458. It's the same policy for non-residents in Nottingham. And in Leicester, there's also an extra charge for non-residents. But some don't have two tariffs. In Derby, it's around £730 wherever you come from. And in Mansfield, it's £550. Stephen Else says he gave up work to look after his mum a year ago as she had dementia. Her funeral date's now in limbo.
Basically, it's going to bankrupt me. I only get £100 a week. I've got £4,000 in the bank. So the total cost, say I'm waiting for a death policy, which I don't know how much I'm going to get. So until I know that, then I'll know a bit more. But I've put the funeral on hold now anyway, because I can't do it.
Unless the local authority is still massively subsidising the fee for the residents, it now is inappropriate, I believe, to charge double and treble fees for non-residents, yes.
Stephen Else says the family home in Nottingham is right on the boundary with Gedling, just over his garden fence. The council's asked him to get in touch to discuss arrangements that can be made to assist him with the funeral. Mike O'Sullivan, BBC East Midlands Today, Nottinghamshire.